Hello again, mayors of cities around the world. I'm Se훈 Mayor Seoul. First of all, I'd like to thank Singapore URA and CLC for organizing this meaningful forum. Today, we, as mayors, have shared our views on digitalization and decarbonization. Both are important priority tasks for our cities going forward. As we all know, the world as a whole is standing at significant turning point in history. Our cities will inevitably experience a paradigm shift. They will no longer be able to thrive with the existing growth formulas, especially in light of the fast-growing digital transformation, the climate change crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic, the war in Ukraine, and many other challenges. As mayors, we need to prepare our cities for potential challenges and disruptions for the future. If we neglect our responsibility to prepare our cities, they will not be able to prosper for long. You know, Winston Churchill once said, never let a good crisis go to waste. Throughout history, humanity has always strived for better connectivity with our friends, our neighbors, and even our foreign friends on the other side of the world. Perhaps one of the positive outcomes of the COVID-19 pandemic was the major development of digital technologies. Indeed, digitalization has spread across all aspects of our lives. Digital, contact-free lifestyles have become common and normal. However, we must not forget the ultimate goal of digitalization. It is to further improve connectivity. It is not to sever the connections. So, the Seoul Metropolitan Government is focusing its efforts on substantially improving digital connectivity. It is building smart infrastructure throughout the city to facilitate digital connections in transportation, education, and other fields of administration. We are almost the first city in the world to create a metaverse platform to provide various administrative services to our citizens without having to worry about time and space constraints. Also, transportation policies that we are currently pursuing based on big data and AI technologies are considerably improving the overall transportation environment for the citizens and enabling smoother mobility between people, goods, and services. Another area that we are concentrating on is autonomous driving. Our goal is to become one of the world's top 5 leading autonomous driving cities by 2026. To that end, we are dramatically expanding the infrastructure for autonomous driving. Furthermore, we will make sure that no one is left behind and left out when it comes to digitalization. We will provide customized training courses for digitally vulnerable groups to build our digital capacity. We will also continue to install high-speed information and communication networks and free Wi-Fi in public areas. Recently, we have also launched Seoul Learn, an online platform which offers high-quality educational programs to the socially neglected. This will surely help bridge the educational gap between the rich and the poor that has been growing wider. Climate change is a worldwide crisis, the effects of which are felt by everyone in the world. Since all of us are part of a global community, we share the same fate and destiny in the face of the climate crisis. That is why we need to come together in solidarity and cooperation to achieve decarbonization. Many countries around the world are making efforts to tackle the climate crisis. The Seoul Metropolitan Government is also committed to the responsibility and role that cities have when it comes to the climate crisis. We are focusing our efforts on reducing greenhouse gas emissions and accomplishing decarbonization. We have announced the 2050 Climate Action Plan, and it has been recognized and approved by the C40. Our goal is to cut 30% of our emissions by 2026 and complete decarbonization by 2050. Most of our efforts are geared towards improving the energy efficiency of building and transportation sectors, which account for 88% of our entire emissions. So we will renovate old buildings into low-carbon buildings and enforce new buildings to be built with mandatory zero-energy designs. We will also increase the number of electric vehicles. Out of all of the vehicles on the street, 10% will be electric vehicles. We will increase the number of the charging stations as well, and they will be easily accessible, hopefully within a 5-minute range from citizens' homes and offices. We will provide all of the necessary administrative support so that those who choose to ride electric vehicles do not have to view their choice as being a trade-off between the environment and their own convenience. I promise that Seoul will remain firmly committed to decarbonization. I will also actively share our policy achievements with the global community. Dear mayors of the world, we will overcome the climate crisis through solidarity and cooperation. Seoul will stand side by side with our fellow cities around the world and work closely together with you. Seoul is set to host the 2023 World Cities Summit next year. As you may know, Seoul is the heart of Korea, and it is a uniquely attractive city, boasting more than 600 years of history, a beautiful natural environment, and cutting-edge technologies. My goal as mayor of Seoul is to make Seoul an even more attractive city. On the one hand, I will make Seoul a global leading city, attracting talent, capital, and companies from all over the world. And on the other hand, I will make Seoul a city that goes together with the socially neglected, which is the motto that I set forth when I took office as mayor of Seoul again. The recent pandemic has magnified the polarization that exists in society, especially the gap between the rich and the poor. So in order to resolve the polarization problem and to ensure that our cities remain globally competitive in the years to come, we need to have the right welfare policies in place. In Seoul, we are pursuing a policy initiative called the Safety Income Initiative, which provides more financial assistance to those in the low income bracket. The aim is to help the underprivileged in society move upward on the social mobility ladder. We launched this initiative earlier this month. We will continue this initiative over the next 3 years and follow up with the results together with our Seoulites. If the results of this initiative are a success, I'm certain that many other cities experiencing similar problems will be inspired to pursue their own safety income initiative as we have. I cordially invite all of you to Seoul next year. I look forward to many more insightful ideas that will be presented and discussed at next year's Mayor's Forum. And I hope to show you the future that I envision for Seoul when you come to visit. See you all in Seoul next year. Thank you.